Brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, welcome once again to the broadcast. First, let us have a moment of silence for those who have perished from these lands. Our problems are not their problems anymore. Secondly, let us offer a short prayer to those trapped in the chains of bondage. May liberation find them swiftly, and justice find their captors and give them what they deserve. Now, to all the eager new ears that have arrived in our lands over the past couple weeks and have found to their delight, there are people broadcasting. A special welcome to you all. My name is Major Josephkirche, former chaplain with the UN via the United States Marine Corps, former officer with the Chernarus Incidental Response Command, former commander of the Brotherhood of Fire and co-leader of the Brotherhood, former president of the United Council Against the Cult, and former leader of the Fire Keepers. I've worn a few hats in my time, is what I mean to say. That is a lot of formers. So what am I now? I am a man with treasures. Gifts from God that no living man has within their power to take from me, unless I allow them. The first is a dream. It is a sallow mind that peers around themselves and can perceive only what is. Pity those trapped so helplessly in this world that they can look not to the lessons of the past for inspiration, nor to the future with a determined mind. Anemic is the heart that can recognize that the world has changed, a banquet with no place at the table for mercy, yet fails to see that it can yet change again. I can see the potential of this world, all the things that it may yet become once more if we have the courage to see it through, to follow a dream worth living. The second is hope. The darkness that surrounds us is not the end of things. It is not the end of civilization. It is not the end of man. It is merely the night. A long night, to be sure, but each and every night that has fallen before was pushed back inevitably, inexorably, beyond the will of wicked men, beyond the might of empires. And the sun has risen once more to bathe the land in light. Hope is the fire that never dies. Hope spreads from one human heart to the next, and the smallest burning ember can grow into blazes that devour the darkness. The third is love. I love easily. Many would say foolishly, but I refuse to view my heart as a weakness. Weakness is hiding your heart away. Weakness is being too afraid to lose something to bother trying to have it. Weakness is losing faith in your fellow man because of the evil some have shown you. Strength is caring so much for your family, and I'm not talking about blood, but the family that you choose. Caring so much for your family that you can and will run until your lungs bleed, shrug off wounds that would kill a lesser man, and go farther than you have ever thought you could. These things, my precious gifts from the Almighty, sustain me in this darkness, my torch bared in the dead of night, that show me the way forward and keep the beasts at bay. What manner of painful echo would a life be without love, without hope, without a dream? Could even the most elaborate of self-assurances and affectatious demeanors fill those hollow spaces in your heart? Could any mask you wear possibly, no matter how captivating and committed, hold back the truth of your soul from those around you, or from yourself forever? No deception that you can muster will ever convince you that the mask you wear is real. In your heart of hearts, it will kill you every day until all that remains is a bitter wraith, a hollow echo of who you used to be. I will now, as I often do, speak of this way of living with those treasures in your life, to living as the person you should choose to be. I will relate it to the light from a torch. If you so choose, you can proceed without a torch. If your senses are sharp enough, if you grit your teeth and accept the stumbles and falls, if you are stubborn or lucky enough, you can make your way in the blackest night. You may slip away from the monsters that lurk in the hidden places, obscured by the darkness that surrounds you, and risk seeing less differences between yourself and them. But it doesn't have to be that way. Why? Why truly should you want it to be that way? With a torch to guide your way, you can see the truth of the world and walk with certainty along the righteous and fulfilling path. With a light in hand, you can find and guide others that need your light, and you can see the daggers in the dark as they flash from the sleeves of those that would deceive you. With a light, with a torch in hand, it is so very much harder to lose your way, or for the family you have chosen to slip away into the night. Do not be afraid to walk in a world illuminated by these precious things. The world we build now together out of what remains has room for all of us if we can dare to dream, to love, to hope. There is a way back to the fire if we can be brave enough to heal and to forgive and to redeem. Before you go to bed tonight, if you hear my words and they move your hearts, pray. Pray tonight for the clarity and the courage to seek out the truth of your own selves. Think of what your treasures are. Good night, my brothers and sisters, my sons and daughters, and go with God.